Before we begin, answer this honestly. How many opportunities have you missed because you spent too much time thinking and not enough time acting? How many decisions have you delayed? How many chances have you watched pass by? How many nights have you spent trapped inside your own mind, replaying the same thoughts over and over again? If that sounds familiar, this message is for you. Because one of the biggest reasons people never reach their potential isn't laziness. It isn't lack of talent. It isn't bad luck. It's overthinking. A silent habit that looks harmless, but slowly destroys confidence, peace, and progress. Most people believe thinking more leads to better decisions. Sometimes it does. But there comes a point where thinking stops helping and starts hurting. You stop analyzing and start paralyzing yourself. You become trapped between possibilities, unable to move, unable to decide, unable to act. And while you're stuck inside your head, life keeps moving without you. The truth is, your mind can be your greatest tool, but it can also become your greatest prison. Think about it. A person can sit in a comfortable room with food on the table, a roof over their head, and still feel miserable. Why? Because suffering isn't always created by reality. Sometimes it's created by the stories we tell ourselves, the fear, the doubt, the imaginary disasters, the endless what-ifs. What if I fail? What if they judge me? What if I'm not good enough? What if it doesn't work? And before long, you've created 1,000 problems that don't even exist. Your mind becomes a movie director, creating negative scenarios over and over again, and eventually you start believing them. That's the danger of overthinking. It makes imaginary problems feel real, and real opportunities feel dangerous. Many people don't fail because they're incapable. They fail because fear convinces them not to try. The opportunity was there, the potential was there, the ability was there. But action never happened, because overthinking stole their courage. The sad part is, most fears never actually happen. The conversation you were nervous about, the challenge you were avoiding, the risk you were afraid to take, most of the time, the reality is far less terrifying than the story inside your head. Yet millions of people spend years fighting battles that only exist in their imagination. And that's exhausting, because overthinking drains energy. It steals focus. It destroys confidence. It turns simple decisions into emotional struggles. A confident person and an overthinker often face the same situation. The difference is what happens next. One takes action. The other keeps thinking. One learns from experience. The other remains trapped in uncertainty. And over time, that difference creates completely different lives. Action creates clarity. Thinking alone rarely does. You don't learn how to swim by reading about water. You learn by entering it. You don't build confidence by imagining success. You build confidence through experience, through mistakes, through challenges, through action. Life rewards movement, not perfection. But overthinkers often chase perfection. They want the perfect plan, the perfect timing, the perfect conditions, the perfect certainty. And because perfection never arrives, they never begin. Years later, they wonder why nothing changed. The answer is simple. They spent too much time preparing to live, instead of actually living. One of the greatest lies your mind can tell you is this: just think about it a little longer. But sometimes thinking longer doesn't create better answers. It creates more confusion, more fear, more hesitation. There is a point where thinking becomes avoidance, a point where planning becomes procrastination, and many people cross that line without realizing it. They convince themselves they're being responsible, when in reality, they're simply avoiding discomfort. Because action is uncomfortable. Action involves uncertainty. Action involves risk. But action is also where growth lives. Every successful person has faced uncertainty. Every successful person has felt fear. Every successful person has doubted themselves. The difference is they moved anyway. They didn't wait until fear disappeared. They acted despite it. And that's what courage really is. Not the absence of fear, the decision to move forward despite fear. Overthinking often comes from wanting control, but life cannot be fully controlled. No matter how much you analyze, no matter how much you prepare, there will always be uncertainty. There will always be unknowns. And accepting that reality is one of the most freeing things you can do. Because the goal isn't to eliminate uncertainty. The goal is to become strong enough to handle it. Strong minds don't need guarantees. They trust themselves to adapt, to learn, to grow, to recover. That is where real confidence comes from, not certainty about the future, but trust in your ability to face whatever comes. Imagine how different your life could be if you stopped overthinking every decision, if you stopped replaying every mistake, if you stopped worrying about opinions, if you stopped waiting for certainty. How many opportunities would you take? How many goals would you chase? How many experiences would you finally allow yourself to have? The life you want may not be waiting for more thinking. It may be waiting for action. One decision, one step, one moment of courage. That's all it takes to change a direction. And a changed direction can change an entire life. Because success rarely belongs to the smartest person in the room. It often belongs to the person willing to move first, to take action, to learn through experience, to keep going despite uncertainty. So stop asking yourself whether you're ready. Most people never feel ready. Start asking yourself something better. If not now, when? Because life doesn't reward endless thinking. Life rewards action. And every day you spend trapped inside your own head is a day you could have spent building the future you want. If this message made you realize how much time overthinking has stolen from your life, it's time to take your first step. Subscribe to Beyond Focus for powerful mindset, psychology, and self-improvement content designed to help you think less, act more, and become the strongest version of yourself. Your future isn't built by overthinking. It's built by action.